the day you walked in, we knew you were different.
Want to be the best still. I've always just had that in me.
Kobe Bryant, who has all the talent, but also has work ethic that's even better. Today, we're sitting here with Mallory Earth. We call her Superstar Mal. We wanted to highlight her, congratulate her, and tell her story of when she first came to Blueprint to where she is now, and even before Blueprint. From what I remember about Mal is when she first came in, she set the tone. She was like a thermostat. Some of the special things that I also remember was she never had a bad day. Every time you came in, I never seen you upset. No matter what was going on outside of here, you always came in. You was the same person, and you worked hard every day. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your early days at Blueprint?
Young, coming in from another workout facility, I heard a lot about Blueprint and thought like knew that the competition was going to be good. Knew that there was great coaches, so I knew I had to work hard every day I came in there. So like, and I also wanted to show y'all that I could be the best. So like, I would run to get water, I'd run off, do all that crazy stuff. I was never nervous. I just always wanted to be the best.
I remember we used to have a warm up set up for like 10 minutes and you would finish in like 8. You would always speed up the workout, but it was good. You would take short breaks, always ready to work. If we were talking, you were looking at us, okay, like what's the next workout? And I think that really set you apart from everyone else. From the day you walked in, we knew you were different and even go above and beyond what we asked of you. So you've always had this drive, and I always wanted to know, where did it come from?
I've always been super competitive in everything that I've done. Like I always thought it was fun. Like it was never work. Like it was always just like, oh, I get to go. Now I'm gonna beat you. It was also like an escape almost. Like I could come in here every day, get my mind off whatever was going on. I know you said earlier that it didn't seem like I had bad days. It's because when I was in here, I didn't. Or when I was on the softball field, I didn't.
Me knowing your father and I see how he's pushed you, I know he had influence on your drive, along with your mom, probably your older sister too. Just being competitive with your little brother, I know that's helped a lot. I'll never forget, which I thought you did a great job. You hit the ball every time. And I remember talking to your dad afterwards, and he made a funny joke. He told me I could never come back. To me, I thought you did great, but him being that father, him pushing you, and him expecting greatness, I know that played a part in your drive. Would you agree with that?
100%, yes.
Well, our athlete class usually starts at age 13 and up. And so you were 12 and we moved you up because we knew you were ready from the way you work. If we could, we probably could have moved you up at 10 just because of your work ethic. So how did you feel to move up to the older athlete group?
I honestly had no idea. I guess when I went to the older people, it was like, okay, like now I'm working with the big dogs like how I wanted to. And I was like, I know the workouts are going to be harder, so I know I have to push myself even more. Just like, my favorite part that we've always done here is the agility ladder. Just because I remember my mom, when I was so little, she used to make me do it every day. I had to do the ladder every single day. And so every time I come in here, it's like I knew all the drills. And I knew that was the one thing I could beat the older people at. Like if that was one thing I could do, I wouldn't do the most weight, but I was like, let me just know what I can do and beat them at that. But it was just always about wanting to be the best still. I've always just had that in me.
We use you as an example in here for other athletes on how to work, no matter if you're 8 or if you're at the college level or you're at the professional level. Push past the limits, right? You were always ready to work. You never wanted to take breaks. And I think that has a lot to do with your earned success, right? And the offers that have came and your commitment to UAB. And it's no secret to that success, right? That's what we try to tell people, right? You come here and you're consistent like you, success is gonna find you. How does that make you feel that we use you as an example?
It makes me feel actually really good because I remember at the old facility, y'all had like the Wall of Fame or whatever with all the collegiate athletes, and I always wanted to be up there. I was like, does make me feel really good. And that you mentioned success, it was like this, and I was like, okay, I want to feel that success again. So I just kept going, and then it just kind of built up on each other.
If it's anything that you could tell the next generation or even generations before you that's still trying to figure out about how you should attack today, about how you should work, and about consistency. I've always been the most consistent. And I think that's a lot of athletes don't understand that. What's some advice you can give to the future athletes?
I think my number one piece of advice is just have fun. Like when you put too much pressure on yourself, when I was little, I put a ton of pressure on myself because like I have to be the best. Like once it got to the point, people talk, people say stuff, and they're all always people are jealous of you. Also, don't take anything for granted. It just goes by too fast. Like even I can feel like yesterday when I was 10U, playing with my best friends. About consistency, it's just finding something that you really enjoy. If you don't really love it, it's gonna be harder. If you really do love something, I just think that makes it so much easier. Definitely self-motivation too is a big part of it. As long as you believe in yourself, you can really do anything. Like I said, I wasn't the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, but I wanted to be that. Never given up. Also, just because you heard what somebody said, or because when I've had colleges tell me that they weren't gonna offer because I was too small, or that I wasn't powerful enough, or wasn't strong enough, fast enough. But I just think self-motivation and perseverance.
So what played in the part that made you say UAB feels like the school for me for the next 4 years?
When I was like 13, we started going to camps. Almost every if I didn't have a tournament, we were at camp. Getting emails, very stressful, very tiring. I wouldn't take anything back though. UAB felt like home to me because to a camp because my travel coach is really close with them, and I guess they came to one of my games and they were like, "Hey, we wanted to come to a camp." So I went to a camp up at UAB. It went really good. I really liked the coaches, and they started coming more and more in my tournaments, and then so I decided to go back up for a second camp. And at the second camp, I think that's when I realized I was like, okay, I really love these coaches. They're all super sweet and they're all like super personable. Like they really do care. Cause like some coaches, you go and they don't want to know you as a person. They just want to use you as a player. And they showed me on the campus. Campus was great. And I played with a girl, Bella Wiggins at Fairhope. She said that she wished she could play with Coach Smart for 4 more years. And I want to be a part of what she's trying to build there. He made me really feel like she wanted me, such a sure feeling. Like I walked around campus and and even the players made it feel so at home. We got to tour some of their dorms, um, the weight room, and I got to eat out with them twice, and they were all super nice, super welcoming. And from that point on, I kind of knew that's where I wanted to be.
How has Fairhope prepared you for the next level? I know you're only a junior, you still have 1 more year. You've been playing since you was a seventh grader, so that's big in its own.
I think Fairhope has helped me a lot with this because going from travel ball to school ball is a big difference. All the competition was good. Like Fairhope always had good players. Like they always had D1 commits coming out of there, and so the competition was really great. We went to state my 8th grade year, and I ended up getting all state and became second to Hewitt. It was awesome. It was a great experience. I was so nervous just because I was so young, so inexperienced. Coach Powell has always believed in me since day one, especially to bring me up as a seventh grader. Seventh grader catching seniors that were going D1. Just for him to believe in me was great. The people that are there, they obviously did have hard times with softball. It is a game of failure. And so, but I feel like every athlete does go through times where they want to quit or they don't want to do it anymore. So I had a bunch of really good friends. Like that I would definitely call my best friends 100% on the team. And I think that they're just such a big part of it because if I would get too nervous or too worked up, they just kind of reminded me that it wasn't that serious. Helped me to have fun and let go. And the reason that I performed better because they were around me and they were like, "You're fine."
So Mal has always been destined for success. We saw it from day one, and we've seen it every day she's walked in here. To other athletes, I would like to say I wish 90% of them could be like you. I think they will find their success. I know they would if kids, male or female, worked like you. They had the mindset you had. And that I think that's the key to success. And I think that's been the key to your blueprint to success is your work ethic, your consistency. I'm always coming here ready to work in the bar, no matter what was going on, making everyone around you work harder, make everyone around you better, no matter whether you're in a youth class or the athlete class. And again, I just want to thank you because not only has it helped you on your journey, but it's helped us as trainers because now we don't settle for anything less than male standard. And so we call you superstar Mal for a reason because what you do on a daily, that superstardom can't be normal or to do things like that, right? And I think what you have inside of you and what you've accomplished and what you will accomplish gonna speak volumes of who you are, your family, everybody that's helped you along your journey. So we want to thank you and congratulate you on your success. And we wishing a great softball season coming up for your junior year. And we hope that you stay healthy. You keep working hard, in which we know you are. And then once you get to UAB, you have a great college career.
I just want to thank God for everything because I'm just so blessed with so many ways, and I just want to thank Him first and foremost. I want to thank all my family They've helped me so much. They always believed in me. They were always that extra little bit of help and push. Obviously, every coach has ever done anything for me is where I am today. I want to thank you all so much. Always got me started on the next thing. You're always ready. And I just want to say thank y'all for that because it got me back into shape and got me to where I could be healthy enough to play the sport that I love.
When I think about Mal and seeing her work at Blueprint, it really boils down to there's two type of people in this world. There's thermostats and thermometers. Mal is a thermostat. She changes the temperature. I always look at when she comes in the room, when she shows up for workout, she has one thing in mind, and that's getting better every day. I don't care when she was just a natural leader. She wants to get better. Once she sets a goal and she achieves it, just like what she recently did by getting a scholarship offer, she's already thinking about her next goal. She's the type of person that whatever room you put her in, she's gonna make your team better. It's rare that you see somebody with so much talent with that work ethic. You know, you look at people like Kobe Bryant, who has all the talent, but also has work ethic that's even better. Never a day where she shows up, or whatever's going on in her life, because we all got issues, we all got things we're going through, but there's never been a time she showed up to a class and not put in the effort. There's never been a time we've had to tell her to give more. She's always asking us for more. And I look forward to seeing what she's doing. And I want all the athletes out there to ask her questions and learn from her because what she's doing, what she's been able to do, there's no secret to it. There's zero secret to success. Showing up to work, showing up with good attitude, and making sure you're maximizing your opportunities. Mal's been working out us for years, 5+ years, I probably maybe even longer. But it's never been one time that she's ever shown up to class. We've had to ask her to give more.